Yeah, so as I was saying, we watched a film called Fat Man at the weekend, which is a very Christmassy movie. It
Not
start,
little boy. Ha ha ha.
I know, and we made that joke at the time, and merriment and mirth was all around.
And everyone did laugh, and the Lord did grin.
But it's about Mel Gibson playing Santa Claus, and because he and his elves are very good at making things, but they get seconded by the US government to build various components for their latest fighter jet as a way of tiding themselves over between Christmases. Um, but there's a young lad who is um, like the son of a mafia boss who's a spoilt little brat, and he got given some coal at Christmas because he's nasty. And whenever he doesn't win the science fair at school, he pays off this hitman to come and make the person rescind their award and make them the school give it to him instead. We could do Impala this time though.
Yes, we can. We can do Impala.
So suffice to say, the hitman doesn't like Santa because when he was a little kid, he got coal. The kid who's band the bandito's mafia bloke's son gets coal, so he hires the hitman to get Santa. The Santa is protected by the U.S. government, and a hitman makes his way across Canada and America, then Canada, then into Alaska to find Santa Claus, to kill him. There's a standoff. Um, Santa is basically immortal, so gets shot but doesn't die, and the hitman gets killed, and the little kid gets scared into not doing it again. Suffice to say, it was a pretty meh film.
It sounds it.
Yeah, it would have
Then when it
redeemed
comes,
itself if it had been like super gory. I first heard. Oh, we're alone by the looks of it. My first impressions, I thought it was going to be. Have I watched with you the film called VFX about
yeah.
the veterans in who owned the bar, and the all the druggies and drug dealers come and invade the bar because a girl who goes gets it's like the old Rodriguez movies.
No, I don't recall that one.
Well, that's one we'll watch next time we get together because it's
The the only
crazy.
thing, the only film I can think with like syllables like that is UHF, which is a very different film.
No, this one it's only came out a couple of years ago, but it's all these like military veterans in the near future world who are they just go to their bar to talk and chat shit as veterans often do, and across the road from the bar is these like drug den or something, and this woman escapes from the drug den. She runs into the bar. The druggies and drug lords come into the bar saying, "Oh, we want the girl," and the veteran's like, "No, we're not going to give it to you." And the druggies just attack it. It's like low budget, but like super graphic
It's
shit.
Jesus, the way you've portrayed it, it sounds like like a school play. Come here for the drugs. No, you're not having them. We want them though. No, can't have them.
Yeah, I've not really described it very well, but it's good kind of post pub stuff. It's heads exploding, guts pouring out, just fighting, beating the shit out of each other with silliness.
It's the way to die by silliness.
Yeah, yeah, silliness. We will die tonight with silliness.
We'll die from silliness. We'll die with silliness on our lips. And possibly syphilis as well.
Syphilis and silliness.
Both of them on our lips.
Syphilis and silliness
It's this ebony and ivory
coexist.
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh! HIV and gonorrhea.
I thought you say HIV in Ghana. They
Well, probably.
coexist.
I'm sure there is a lot of HIV in Ghana. It's a lot of sucky sucky. doing fucking shit for weapons here.
Yeah. I've got a pistol and a and that's it so far. Oh wow.
I've got
A Mag 60.
the good weapon. I've got the Uzi 9mm.
In the 20 gigawatt range.
Still can't get it right. Jesus Christ, you ass.
I was deliberately doing it there.
Same as you were deliberately missing that one time.
I definitely was. I swear.
No,
I
no.
was doing it for comic effect.
All lies. Oh, folding stock. I haven't got no anecdotes for any films because I haven't watched a film in ages. And I say it's all just been about binge watching TV series at the moment. I honestly cannot tell you the last film I watched.
Well, that's all I've got for you.
That's
Brave
all
Ones, which was very good. Fat Man, which was very meh.
I am
And
planning
then
on watching.
The Expanse, which was very good.
I am planning on watching the Godfather trilogy again because I'm still in a gangster mafia mood because I'm still going through the Sopranos. And I thought to myself, I haven't watched a film in ages, but I really fancy watching those again.
I've never watched the Godfather movies.
Have you not? You
No.
really should. Great.
Even though I bought a dodgy DVD from Deed or Afghanistan that had all three on one DVD somehow.
That's impressive.
It was. I don't know whether it did because I think I started watching the first one and just got bored for whatever reason at the time, and yeah, just never watched them.
So this is a bit of a shit film. If it's been touted with all these midgets with their dicks out, I don't see what all the fuss is all about.
Well, knowing all of the dodgy copies of stuff I got from Afghanistan, it wouldn't surprise me. And I do remember buying, what was that game? Oh, Supreme Commander.
That was a good game.
Yeah, I bought that, and unfortunately, I think it was a case of my laptop wouldn't run it properly because I had a Toshiba Satellite, I think it was, which was not a good laptop, but I bought it for a steal at a couple of $100 from the American BX there, or PX.
$100.
And well, this is like proper American stuff rather than the local jingly market, as we'd call it. But yeah, I think at that point that my computer wouldn't run it. I do remember using that laptop to play Hearts of Iron 2, and what was that? There wasn't such a great success space game. It was like Space Empire, Space Imperium.
Oh, there was Imperium Galactica.
No, not the Imperium Galactica. That was two fantastic games. It was like Space Galaxies, or because
I'm sure there was some generic. Obviously, bound to be some generic. Same as like all the generic 1980s sci-fi films.
Yeah, but this one was. Galaxy. I think it was quite big, but in later years. But in the early years, I don't think it was. But you had Imperium Galactica. It wasn't that. Yeah, it was like No, not Star Citizen. Star
Citizen, because that came out. Yeah, because that was developed in the 80s and still not out yet.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's a good one. It still isn't out there. Space. I'm sure it had space in it. Space colonies, space galaxies.
Space Cowboy.
No, well, of the RTSs, space RTSs in the past 10 years or so, you had what were the two big ones? Stellaris, and there was another one called.
Well, Stellaris is an RTS. That's a 4X.
You had the what were the others though? It's still going now as a franchise.
What are we talking? Are we talking RTSs or are we talking?
Well, I don't. The same. They're all the bloody same.
No, they're not. Let's say an RTS is real-time strategy, like like Warcraft and games like that.
He's dead.
Take it. That was a bot.
Must have been. It was the same kind of thing as Stellaris.
So it's a 4X.
Probably.
Let's say you've got Endless Space.
Yes, it's similar to that. I'm
Um,
sure it's called space something, space colonies, space galaxies.
I don't know.
It's citizen. No,
Citizen Kane.
no.
Start.
Space
We've already been
civilizations or something.
space hole.
I
Couldn't
can
tell you.
I can
Either
picture.
w-
Yeah.
either way, it's
Right, hold on. Protect me, Craig. Cover me. Whilst
okay.
I.
God,
Whilst
here
I
we go. Here comes the phone.
no, it's not the phone. I'm gonna open my Steam library. I'm sure the viewers probably can't see this.
I
Probably
hope
just,
not.
probably just watching me.
Millions of
Watching me
viewers just
stuff.
watching your
Steam library now.
bare face, those dead eyes.
Is it under grand strategy?
Says Mark.
No,
Is it one?
no,
Okay.
no,
Voice on to me then. No,
no,
do
no.
not talk.
It's under none of those. I've got it on disc. Galactic civilizations, galactic something
Yes.
sounds about right.
Well, Galactic Civilizations is a 4X. Yes.
Yes, it was that. It was an early one. I think it was Galactic Civilizations 1, where you
Yeah.
were spaceships, where you had to, like, they were all made up of grids. It was just
Yes.
a 2D grid that you slotted various armor plates or something and weapons onto. Anyway, this is a
Yeah.
really long and convoluted way of describing that the laptop that I bought in LUD was pretty shit and couldn't run Supreme Commander 1 but could run Hearts of Iron 2 and this Galactic Civ or whatever the hell, Space Empires I think actually. That's just occurred to me now. I think it might have been Space Empires.
I must admit, my balls are starting to hurt since this conversation started.
Your balls?
Yes, and it's starting to dissipate now that we stopped talking about it, but it was starting to hurt quite badly
Why?
for a bit there.
Why?
Okay. I think it was just an allergic reaction to the conversation.
An allergic reaction to bullshit, to
Yeah.
nonsense.
Yes, my balls do not like shit all over them. And that's a fact.
Yeah. Fuck you, Sky. Where
Fuck
are
you,
we?
world. Fuck you, world.
No, we still need to keep heading northeast. Northwest, even.
How dare you bring me into this sordid existence? I did not ask for this shit.
I didn't ask to be born.
Great, then you can ask to die.
You didn't ask to be born, but you get the choice to die. Up until the point where you naturally die, where it's not your choice. Or at any point where it is out of your control.
But there's always that option.
You can Alt F4 out of here.
Yes, just because someone tells you to Alt F4, and you fucking do it.
Well, that was a classic. Well, I'm sure it's classic many games, but certainly in our days of DayZ. How do I auto sprint? Alt F4. Player such and such left
So
the
it's
game.
disconnected. Thing is, that's so old now. It's probably come looped back round to
Oh.
being new. I bet the new fuckers
Player
kids don't even
up
know
on the
about it.
mountain. He's too far to shoot there. And
He's getting shot at. I think I just saw blood spat coming out of his head. Chase him down like the dog he is.
You see something, and I used to do it secondary school.
Chase dogs.
Chase dogs, yeah. I don't know if you can still do it these days, but I remember
What, chase dogs? No, I'm pretty sure you can't. It's illegal these days.
changing the actual icons on the Windows, like Word or like the save icons and things on Word. Used to be able to open the PNG or whatever file types they were, and like where it had the little disk icon. Where's that guy gone? He can't be far from here now.
He's probably right on the other side of this ridge, I bet. I don't know. I'm not really an expert with Word. I just,
Well, no, but I mean, I was probably more adventurous with computing systems back in 98 and 99
have to
when
go
I was
this
at
way
school
anyway.
than I am now. But I remember changing and being able to open up the icons for like the save icon or whatever, and just start adding like blood spatters to the disc, and just change the in Paint, just change the icons and make your word look different.
That's a bit like the early games on the PC. You know, they were so customizable because the code was very easy back in the day and simplistic, and a lot of the assets were made in Paint. You could just fuck about with the
Yeah.
with
Well, a lot of it
with
was
the
open
assets.
source stuff. I mean, I can
Yeah,
remember the evening we went round yours in the early days of me meeting you, where we what was that game? Was it like Neverwinter Nights or something? But
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate, that's it. And we changed all the sound effects because the original
Yeah,
sound effects were just WAV files. So we just made
yeah,
our own, just going, "Huzzah! I'm going to attack you now!" And
yes.
then just putting those sound effects in. In fact, in just the same way, I would the original Counter Strike 1.6, I think it was when I first started playing. But you could change all of the guns and sound effects, so I could have like a minigun that just replaced like the M249 or whatever machine gun it was, but it looked like a minigun, sounded like a T90 tank firing its cannon,
Yes.
and
I remember doing it with one of the machine guns in what was it? Medal of Honor, because they were all WAV files as well. Changing the guns to the sound of the Germans screaming instead. So it's like, oh!
oh 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 oh,
Yeah,
bing, oh oh oh, bing.
yeah, because all the German, you know, all the voices and everything, they're all just WAV files. You could just piss about with it, just stick your own
Yeah,
ones in.
everything's locked down now though, hidden in
Yeah,
compressed files that only the system can access.
it's a bastard. Because I remember nicking all the assets from Medal of Honor to stick in one of my movies from the movies,
Yes.
which was how the Nazis beat the vampire, which is a great little video of mine about a squad of Nazis in a burnt-out town having to fight a vampire. Vampire manages to kill off at least 3 of the soldiers, and then the last remaining one gets out a bazooka, says "Schwarz," and kills him dead, and then goes off with the girl.
I can
That was my masterpiece. I should really actually upload that.
I can just about remember Rambling Moses. I mean, you've got that uploaded.
That's up because that was a joint effort. That one needs to be up.
That was probably one of the first ever YouTube videos.
Yes, right after Visit to the Zoo.
Visit to the zoo.
That's the first ever
Oh, okay.
YouTube video.
Yeah.
Fact fans. That's the guy that invented YouTube. Did a visit to the zoo, and that was the first ever uploaded video.
Who was what was the guy's name? Remember MySpace?
Oh,
Tom.
I have no idea. I
Well,
mean, I remember MySpace, but if you're asking me, like, you know, like the Zuckerberg of MySpace, I ain't got a
oh,
clue.
it was Tom something or other. Because he, by default, he was always your friend, and it was the same picture of him sat at a desk, laughing, looking to the left. And it was Tom something or other.
Sounds oddly creepy. That does, almost like out of like a horror film.
Well, it's no different to Zuckerberg. He's basically just data.
Creepy data.
Creepy
He's more like
data.
lore than data.
Yeah. I must comply with the humans, try to fit in. What is this thing that they consume each day? Nourishment. Okay.
Have you watched the Social Network?
No.
That's a good film. All about Facebook, though. You know, it's Jesse Eisenberg, but Jesse Eisenberg's good in it, but he's a bit too charismatic, I suppose, for Zuckerberg. Because Zuckerberg comes off as, you know, like, yeah, as a machine, He's more machine now than man, twisted and evil.
Yes, we give ads in our videos. We give the user control of their content.
You can't comprehend my style. Flash hider.
Flash
Hey, you're breaking up, fool. You're obviously like going too high pitched.
Flash hider, savior of the bushes.
Oh look, some bastard is taking the piss now. Where are you? Where is he? Oh, there he is. Oh, that means that. Mind out, there's another player around here somewhere.
Yeah, there's a player on the ground. By that burnt out car.
Yeah, like I said, there's another one about somewhere.
By the burnt out car.
Oh.
The left hand side
Oh, yeah.
burnt out car. Dead.
Run away!
Hear me quick.
Well, don't present your ass to me.
He's
Just quick
coming.
before. Yeah. Oh shit. Nice. Oh well.
Oh, what? How many shots did I get on him?
I got loads.
My sights were locked on him there. Well, that's a death cam. That is a death cam.
I just died. I just fired and died, as is the case. I'm pretty sure my gun just blows me up half the time.
He's on his bike. He's racing up to what he knows where we are. He's coming straight for us. He's up the hill. He launches off. He's doing a backflip. With cool, he's backflipping.
Wow.
And I hit him 3 times. I got him down to 2/3 health. That was pretty damn cool. He backflips his bike over, lands, kills you, kills me. Good job.
Flash, Gordon. Oh!